What is up, you guys? Today we're going to be going to Mark 5, and we're going to be talking about how Jesus, flipped the script. How the world said one thing, and Jesus said the exact opposite. So let's go to Mark 5, verse 25. And a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. Verse 26, she had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors, and spent all she had, yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. It goes on to say that when she heard about Jesus, she went up and she touched his cloak, because she thought, if I just touch this cloak, I'll be healed. And up until this point, it was, okay, you go somewhere unclean and you get unclean. That was the Jewish law. And of course, someone who's been subject to bleeding, they're unclean, right? There's this internal bleeding and they're unclean. So you think of someone who's unclean, you go up to him, you would become unclean. But what does Jesus end up doing? He takes the unclean and makes it clean because he is clean. Man, he flips the script, bro. It's so crazy to see. Jesus completely switches this from, okay, you're clean and you get polluted and now you're unclean. No. Okay, you're unclean and you get polluted by clean and now you're clean. It's crazy. He completely flips the scripts, dude. It's so awesome. And there's many more ways he does this. But I want to emphasize that it's just Jesus is the complete opposite of what the world's going to say. Right? It's crazy. Jesus lived this life that was opposite to the world, and so he calls us to do the same thing. Well, how can we be pure? How can we be holy? How can we be righteous through this wicked world? We see who God is, right? So be in Scripture. Know God better. Understand God more. Ask God, reveal your heart to me, God. Help me to know you, God. And the first step of that is getting in Scripture. And then be in prayer. Throughout your whole day, consistent prayer throughout your whole day. I've talked about that before. Just consistent prayer about your whole day. Being aware of where temptations are. Being aware of what this world says. And then again, knowing who God is. And saying, okay, this world is saying to do this. No, I'm going to do this other thing because I know what Scripture says. So again, it's knowing that Scripture. It's being in prayer. And it's having a godly community, I would say, the last thing that helps with this. Right? A godly community who truly wants to live this holy and this righteous life like Jesus did, just as you do. Just as you do. It's awesome how God works. It's awesome how God moves, right? So again, we have to be opposite. We have to be different from what this world says and live according to Scripture, live according to how God calls us to live. Righteousness and holiness. And again, we do that by Bible engagement, prayer engagement, and just this godly community, right? I thank you guys so much for watching. New prayers or questions, DM, Instagram, or comment down below. Again, I just thank you guys so much for watching, and a link to the podcast will be down below if you want to learn more about Jesus. But God bless you.